Hey guys, today I'm going to be reviewing Irreversible, one of my favorite films within the disturbing movie category because, for one thing, at least for me, it's actually disturbing, which most of these movies that I've talked about, I've seen a lot of them by the way, but a lot of the ones I've talked about on this channel, not been very disturbing, like August Underground's Mortem, Megan is Missing, Dead Girl. Those are just those don't do anything for me. They're just really bad. But this one actually does because it's actually I actually give a shit about what's going on and it's very well made. So, yeah, automatically puts that above everything else I've said. So, yeah, it's a French revenge film from 2002 that's told in reverse, which makes it more, interesting, and there's a point to it. I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, it's a basically, the plot itself is simple. It's just the way it's told. It's about a girl who gets raped, and her boyfriend and ex-boyfriend are trying to get revenge, and yeah, it's pretty much it. But because it's in reverse, you see the revenge first, then you see the rape, and then you see everything that led up to it. So, and the reason it's done this way is because of what the film is saying, which you even see at the end of the film. And it's even one of the first lines that time destroys everything. Because, yeah, and when it's going backwards in time, it's showing how, it just hits harder. And because it's in reverse, every time after the fact, you're like, what's going to happen, but the characters don't. And it makes it more kind of stressful, I guess you could say. Yeah. And, even the title, Irreversible, means, things that can't be reversed or fixed or anything like that. It's permanent decisions that lead to permanent damage and irreversible damage, I guess, is how you put it. That's really what the film is about. It's really intriguing and one of the most effective films I've ever seen. Even though there's only really two disturbing scenes throughout the entire movie, it's the way the movie's filmed and the way the story's told that really makes it as effective as it is. Because in the first half, which story-wise would be the second half, the camera is constantly moving in various different ways, like it's either spinning around a lot or jittering or shaking a lot. Things like that would usually bother me with movies, but in this movie, it actually works because it puts you in the same headspace as the main characters in the film, how they're feeling. It's as it begins, you're like confused, disoriented, nauseated, as are the characters. So it actually, like, it makes it more effective. You actually feel what the characters are feeling, and that to me makes it, and that's again why it's effective and why it's actually disturbing. And then the brutality, it's not pointless. It actually serves a purpose. And when you get to the revenge scene where one of the two guys finds who he thinks is the tapeworm, the guy who's the rapist, but then they beat him to death with the fire extinguisher, and it's a brutal scene, goes on for a little bit, really cool effect. You find out that guy is not the guy they were looking for, and the rapist got away with it, while everyone else gets fucked over because Alex, our female protagonist, is not only raped but also beaten brutally, and then you later find out she's also pregnant. So, more than likely the baby's dead, and they never tell you if she lived or died. So, yeah, we just know she's put into a coma, and we don't know if she wakes up or not. One of the two guys got his arm broke. The other one is going to spend the rest of his life in prison. And then a random guy got his face smashed in. And the rapist got away with it all. It kind of shows you the harsh reality of sometimes in life, the worst people get away with everything, and everyone else ends up getting fucked over, even though it's kind of the harsh, depressing reality of it all. And it's done in such an effective way that it just makes for a really stressful, anxiety-inducing experience that is worth it in the end because it is such an incredibly made film and a very effective film. One of the most effective I've ever seen, actually. And yeah, the rape scene is really brutal. It goes on for about 10 minutes and it's really well acted, really hard to sit through. You don't want to look. It's just that kind of bad. And yeah. Then when you see them together, it hits even harder because you already know again what's going to happen to them, how their lives will end up, and basically their whole lives, everything was ruined within a night. So, yeah, kind of has that tragedy within everything else, and just brilliant film, really hard to watch but amazing. Really crazy like filmmaking, and I also like that as it goes on and as we reach the beginning of the story, it begins very like shaky and jittery and dark, and most of the colors you see are like black and red and stuff, but then as it goes on the camera gets more steady and it gets brighter and more colorful as it goes on. That was a really cool direction that I've noticed. And yeah, either way, like it's also just one of my favorite films in general, because I just really like edgy movies. So yeah, if they're good, of course. And this is one of the best ones, as I mentioned. So yeah, on that note, Irreversible gets a 10 out of 10. It's the second film to get a 10 out of 10 on this channel, and it's the second one in a row too. So yeah, I got some good movies planned for the future. I got a lot of disturbing movies planned for the future, but also some children's films and some comedies to kind of balance everything out. Because I don't want to be all disturbing, you know. But yeah, I mean, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next review. And yeah, bye.